This is Maya. Let's get into it. Reddit thinks AI agents are chaos. YouTube thinks they are a solved pattern with the right architecture. LinkedIn thinks they are already transforming everything, and nobody over there wants to show you the incident reports. If you are shipping agents into clinics, banks, or law firms, you cannot afford to live in just one of those worlds. Each one is telling you a different piece of the truth and hiding the rest. Start with Reddit. That is where engineers dump the ugly stuff. Our intake agent silently dropped 3 cases thread. Our receptionist missed an escalation on a serious symptom thread. Our assistant leaked privileged text into the wrong workspace thread. Reddit is where you see how agents actually break. Then YouTube. Long breakdowns of agent frameworks, failure modes, graceful degradation, and talks that quietly admit where a real production deployment blew up. YouTube is where you learn how agents are supposed to work. And LinkedIn. Polished case studies. A bank cut handling time with agents. A firm has AI drafting intake summaries. A hospital runs AI scheduling and triage. LinkedIn is where you see what people are willing to brag about, which is never the whole story. And here is the failure pattern, and it comes down to which world you live in. Teams that only read LinkedIn ship whatever the case study says and walk straight into the incident. Teams that only hang out on Reddit get so scared they never ship at all. And teams that only watch YouTube talks start to believe that slides are safety. So if you are serious about agents this year, your weekly ritual needs all 3, pointed at your own stack. 1 Reddit incident from your vertical. 1 YouTube explainer that matches your architecture. 1 LinkedIn case study for the kind of buyer you sell to. And then you ask 1 boring question. If we deploy our clinic agent, or our bank agent, or our firm agent, the way this case study did, do we end up in that Reddit thread or in that failure talk 6 months from now? If the honest answer is probably yes, you do not copy the case study. You steal the safeguards. And that is where an evidence layer earns its place. You wire your agents so they generate proof of how they behaved, so that when something goes wrong, you can show exactly what happened and survive the day. The case study shows you the win. It never shows you the guardrails. Those you have to go find and build. So keep the 3 straight. Reddit is where you see how agents break. YouTube is where you learn how they should work. LinkedIn is where you see what people are willing to brag about. If you are not triangulating all 3 against your own workflows, you are not doing AI due diligence. You are just hoping your agent does not become the main character in next week's thread. If this sounded like the kind of homework your team keeps skipping, share it with whoever signs off on your next deployment. See you next time!